So we start off in a sold out stadium and these prices are outrageous. Y'all seen these WrestleMania tickets? They're here having a 12-year-old as the main event. But anyways, the lights go out and Gon starts making his entrance. Is that Cody Rhodes? Brother out here with the pyro too and everything. Loki got a tough entrance, but then the cameraman pans over to the other ramp so we can see Hisoka's entrance. Is that R. Kelly? Low-key, that's fitting. But despite being the heel in this fight, everyone in the stadium is cheering for bro, as if he wasn't a predator. But I guess they don't know that yet. Gon is staring at Hisoka like Cam was staring at Russ, but just like Russ, Hisoka was not intimidated. He about to blow this nigga out. Probably should rephrase that. Yeah, somebody locked this nigga up immediately. The ref tells him to box and Gon immediately sprints in. I don't know what the fuck his plan was though. Hisoka moves out of the way and starts weaving the fuck out this nigga's punches. He then slaps him and kicks him, turning him into a Ninjago. Gon lands on his feet and starts running around him and tries punching Hisoka, who dodges the attack. He then moves out of the way of Hisoka's next attack and then goes for another punch that he then gets weaved, leading to Hisoka hitting him in the gut, knocking the wind out of this kid. Hisoka is just toying with them at this point. Gon is leaning forward in his seat, pressing every button, but Hisoka loves this. He feeds off the ignorance, elbowing Gon in the nose. Now he can smell the ass whooping coming his way. Gon finally lands a kick on Hisoka but yanks his leg, leading to an attempted murder. But Gon gets out of there. Gon continues to try hard and still can't land a hit, and even the ref peeps that this is a hydrogen bomb versus a coughing baby situation. Gon is over here button mashing, and with each swing, Hisoka is closer and closer to the sex offender registry. He kicks Gon, but he holds onto his leg like a 5-year-old at the family reunion. And it's like, little nigga, if you don't get off me, I don't know you. But Gon attempts to tear his ACL, but Hisoka moves his leg and finally goes on the offensive. Gon tried weaving his attacks, but they're too fast for him. Hisoka hits that nigga with a taunt, and that's when the ref steps in. He gives Hisoka a point for basically hitting the nigga once. And then Hisoka points out that he hasn't moved from the point he started the fight in once. And see, if I were Gon, I would have sold the fight right then and there. Ran in full speed, took a punch, and laid there until the ref counted me out. Cause there's no way you're telling me I went that hard and you still haven't moved from one spot. But Gon runs in instead with a plan to fake attack Hisoka, catching him off guard with the real one. But Hisoka looking at this nigga confused until he picks up a tile off of the floor and throws it. And then kicks it, spreading it all over the battlefield, creating cover for himself to sneak this nigga with a mean ass right hook. Hit that man so hard, it replayed 3 different times. The referee gives Gon 2 points for the hit, but Gon and Hisoka were not worried about him because they got their own beef to squash. After paying their respects, they get back to squabbling. Hisoka rushes in and starts juggling Gon and almost kicking his head off his shoulders, but instead sending a towel to the abyss. And that had Gon shook. He realized there are levels to this. He looks up in anguish to see Hisoka in the air and dodges his kick and tries running from him, but Hisoka unleashed his inner Sauce Gardner, staying right behind him the whole time. This continues until Hisoka DK smashes Gon in the back. Pause. The ref gives Hisoka a point, but to be honest, he should have just called the match. There's clearly a huge skill gap in this match, and no amount of heart can make up for it.
Gon looks confused and is backing off. Can't he fight back?
The commentator over here instigating too, but it's about to get worse for Gon. Killua yells from the stands for him to use his gyo as if it isn't already too late. Hisoka uses his bungee gum, which has the properties of both rubber and gum, and pulls Gon towards him and punches him into the ground. The life has left Gon's eyes, and I'm yelling at the TV. The ref gives Hisoka 2 points, and at this point the crowd is not happy, as if this nigga Gon isn't discombobulated in 6 different ways right now. Hisoka then explains to Gon he attached the bungee gum 5 minutes ago and leaves this nigga Gon confused. But not for long, cause Gon then charges at Hisoka knowing that he can't escape. And this makes Hisoka a little happy. I'm talking about brother over here starts licking his lips and shit. He knows Gon has superstar potential. Because of that, he lets Gon get a free hit on him. But Gon gets greedy, starts piecing this nigga the fuck up. Oh, this looking like that one scene from Real Steel. But all these hits are just making Hisoka more and more happy, more and more aroused. Yo, somebody has to do something about this nigga, man. He can't be walking the streets freely.
I want this nigga hung by jumper cables.
Hisoka then hits this nigga with the uppercut, sending him flying before telling him to bring that ass back here, boy. Pulling him in to spike him back down into the ground, turning Gon into a basketball. The ref then awards Hisoka an outrageous amount of points, and in my opinion, this is the right call. If that were me, the match would have ended when this nigga started licking his lips. But Gon still has a point to prove, so he's trying to brainstorm a way that he can get back at Hisoka. But while thinking about it, Hisoka tells Gon to look to his right. And you know what this dumbass does? Looks over to the right only to get smashed by a rock coming from the left. And not to toot my own horn, but I seen that shit coming from a mile away. After the first bungee gum incident, now I'm looking for where this nigga fingers are at. The ref at this point gives Hisoka 2 points and calls the match. He had niggas heated. I know niggas put parlays on Gon. Mad as hell, the nigga had a plus 2 million. All you gotta do is put $1 on it, and if he wins, you're set for life. He had niggas so heated, they had him doing a post-game interview. As if he didn't just save this little boy's life. Put some respect on his name. But with that brings an end to the freakiest fade ever ran in humanity. And that also brings an end to this video. I really don't have much to say. Like the video, subscribe. There's a huge percentage of you who watch the videos who aren't subscribed. Be back next week as always. And with that, could you please hit my music?
She wanna go skate right now, ain't pushing the brakes right now, I'm pushing